So right there in that room, I was given 2 months to live on in October of 2011, Friday afternoon. I'd been here multiple times. The doctor had seen me. Natalie Farr, my neighbor, had CAT scanned me. She's recently passed. She was a gem. What a great nurse. Obviously, the emergency room doctor never read the scans. So he told me he thought I had food poisoning, whatever. Went home, kept getting worse, kept coming back. Came back 3 times. Finally, Friday, told me nothing was wrong with me. I turned around, I says, I'm going back. I went back and argued with him. Finally, a woman doctor come in and actually read the scans. She's gone for a long time. She come in and says, I'm so sorry. She had tears in her eyes. I go, no. She's plumb full of tumors. She got bowel looping wrapped around your aorta. She's got tumors. We've had the oncologist on call reviewing. And we're admitting you now. So I went into that room right there Friday afternoon. The oncologist, I just went up by myself. And the oncologist was right there at the yard looking. He just got there. He'd been reviewing it at home. And he got here and I said, don't lie to me. And he says, look here. So you got these bowel looping. I had big tumor here, little tumor. He says, looks like there's a spot in your liver. It's not good. I said, don't lie to me. What do you think? It's like, to me, it's in your liver. I said, well, if that's the case, he says, if that's the case, he'd look right at me, right in the eyes. He says, you probably want to have a couple months. Second doctor that saw me in there that afternoon come in here, told me a story about his wife and her cancer. She'd passed. Said the same thing. So then I stayed overnight. Next night, my little grandson, my daughter came in. I said, can they stay the night? Yeah. She brought in another bed for him. This doctor came in the next day. If I ever see that guy. And he just went psycho on me. So about having my daughter and grandson in the room, I says, I had permission. But anyway, the night before, this is the day 3, they had took me in and scoped me. And the doctor here, female doctor, at 4 o'clock in the morning, of all weird thing, went down my throat, up inside me, both ways. Right before I went in, she says, who told you that that was cancer in your liver? I says, the oncologist. She says, I don't think so. She says, I think it's a normal spot. You drink beer? I don't drink liquor, but I'm a beer drinker. Yeah. It's like a normal spot for my age. My blood pressure dropped immediately, like 70 points. Anyway, she come in the next day and told me that it was an ulcer. There's nothing wrong with me, and she thought they were just carcinoid cancer. She had it dead wrong. Almost killed me. So he came in, nothing wrong with you, nothing wrong with you, get out, blah, 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 just rude, nasty. Threw me out. Okay, good. I'm in so much pain. This goes on, so I'll go down to the Huntsman, luxury good of death. They wouldn't even see me. They sent me a bill. They're still suing me for a bill for $1,200 for a phone call. This went on and on, this routine, for weeks. Got in to see Dr. Vacara. He's the surgeon. He says, well, I'm going to gut you from here to there. Take all your insides out. And I'm like, we're to do it in 2 more days. I'm like, you're not doing that to me. Well, we got to get all those cancer. No, I know better. My uncle is Thomas Blanch, the famous heart surgeon, who told me, one of the most famous surgeons in the history of this country, Kevin, don't ever let them open up unless you're going to die. So I refused. The next day I got in to see Dr. Vincent Hanson. Boy, you guys got this place looking good.
Yeah.
I says, Dr. Vincent Hanson, who knew me since I was a kid. Thomas's old partner. Kevin, I've known you since you was a kid. I'm so glad you didn't have that surgery. Why? And he says, I says, I've been doing a bunch of research all over the internet. I found a paper. I found this pathologist, blah, blah, blah. What about being leukemia? You know, present tumors. So he bone marrow biopsied me. The girl from San Diego crawled up on me. She's my doctor now, Diane. And they bone marrow. He says, I'll call you tomorrow. So or call you when I get the results. He never called. Finally, he called. He says, I'll call you in 2 days. He called the next day. Later, I found out, because I got to back up before I saw Vincent Hanson. They'd gone on and got a piece of it, the pathologist. And the pathologist